The men's race in Karlovy took place in a searing 28 degrees heat today, 21 degrees in the water. And for the swim, it was all about getting ahead quickly on the somewhat technical course. There were a lot of tight turns in this course, and that first turn was crucial for any strong swimmer to get away unscathed. It was Richard Varga from Switzerland that we expected to come around, and there we see the turn, and you can see bodies all over each other. And that was exactly what the faster swimmers were trying to avoid. It was Varga who was leading, but not always. In fact, first out of the water was Polanski, the Russian. Varga was also there, of course. And here we see them, Polanski and then Varga, first two out, followed by Gomez from Mexico and Stimmel from Germany. And now, as they got onto the bike, what began to emerge was a group of 12 to 13 athletes that began to form. And this group grew. More and more began joining this group, and it didn't take too long before we saw another chasing group of about 16 or so triathletes. And at one point then, early enough on in the race, on the first of 7 laps, that chasing group managed to catch up with the leading group. In the end, nearly 40 triathletes were together. But as those relentless hills continued on this most demanding and technical course, the numbers were whittled down. When it came to the transition, 31 were remaining, and it was really anyone's guess as to who was going to win this one. Lucas Hollaus was the first one onto the run, and Hollands van Egdom was also quick onto the pace. And it was those two, Hollaus and van Egdom, that took up the pace early on. But it didn't take too long before Grant Sheldon from Great Britain stamped his mark on the race. Here's Hollaus, first one out, making a fast exit and a great transition, followed by van Egdom, who really picked up the pace and took it up with him. But only a kilometre or two into that race, and it was Grant Sheldon who really stamped his mark on the race and absolutely pulverised the rest of the opposition. But he took with him Samuel Dickinson from Great Britain. Further back was Raphael Montoya, who managed to pass out van Egdom and worked very hard to get back up into that leading group. That leading group of 2 soon became a trio. Montoya managed to find his way back up to those 2, and this time it was Samuel Dickinson who was looking most comfortable. Sheldon, after 5k of the run, was now hanging on, but Dickinson was looking strong. With 1 lap to go, on the final hill, it was Samuel Dickinson who made his bid for the finish, and that bid was successful. He opened up a very significant gap. We can see Montoya really struggle to stay with him, but Dickinson held on in what he called a sufferfest for the last kilometre and opened up a huge and convincing gap. A delighted winner in Karlovy today, who even had time for some high fives. Raphael Montoya was in second place, who cleared and opened a huge gap on Grant Sheldon, was also very happy to come in second and get his racing back in order. Glad to be back on the podium again and back in contention. And in third place, Grant Sheldon. Third, but his first podium finish in 6 years. It left 3 men all very happy with their finish in this picturesque Czech town. 1, 2 and 3 in Karlovy.
Yeah, it was a tough finish. First of all, congratulations to the 3. Or to the 2 on the podium with me. They ran really hard and pushed me all the way, and yeah, it took me all the way to last K. And yeah, I just want to say congratulations to them. It was a tough race out there. My tactics are probably a bit obvious, but yeah, it was kind of go really hard, really early, and see if you break it. And then once you break them, it's a sufferfest to the line. And yeah, that last 3 minutes, I just think I've got a really good free in me, and yeah, I was just really pleased that I could show it over the Olympic distance today.